Have you ever felt a woman pull closer to you without touching you, or pull away even while smiling right at you? That moment isn't random, it's communication. Women speak constantly through their bodies, often more honestly than through words. In dating, what's said can be filtered, softened, or delayed. The body reacts in real time. It shows comfort, curiosity, hesitation, and desire before the mouth ever catches up. In today's dating world, attention is divided, expectations are high, and emotional walls go up quickly. Women adapt to this by becoming more selective with their energy. When they feel safe, interested, or emotionally open, their body reflects it automatically. When they feel uncertain, pressured, or disconnected, their body closes off just as fast. If you don't know how to read these signals, you're left guessing, overthinking texts, replaying conversations, and wondering where things shifted. This video gives you clarity, not theory, not vague advice. Clear psychological facts about how women express attraction, comfort, and emotional alignment through body language and behavior. You'll learn how posture reveals interest, how proximity signals trust, how eye movement exposes curiosity, and how emotional rhythm shows whether a woman feels connected to you or not. Understanding this changes how you move as a man. You stop trying to impress, you stop forcing chemistry, you stop chasing words and start responding to behavior. That alone makes your presence stronger. Women feel when a man is grounded in awareness instead of insecurity. They relax around it, they open up to it. This is not about tricks or tactics designed to control anyone. It's about seeing what's already happening. When you understand female body language and love expression, you naturally align your actions with what's real. You know when to lean in and when to step back. You know when interest is growing and when it's fading. You no longer confuse politeness for attraction or silence for mystery. As we go through this, listen carefully. These signals show up everywhere, on dates, during conversations, even in brief moments. Once you see them, you won't unsee them. Your confidence will come from understanding, not guessing. 1. Body reacts. First, a woman's body responds before her words line up. This is one of the clearest psychological patterns in human behavior. Emotional reactions hit the nervous system first. Logic follows later. That gap between reaction and response is where body language tells the truth. When a woman is interested, her body subtly orients toward you. Feet, hips, shoulders, these align in your direction without conscious effort. This is not politeness, it's engagement. When alignment disappears and angles turn away, interest is cooling or attention is split elsewhere. Eye behavior is another immediate indicator. Sustained eye contact that feels calm, not forced, signals comfort and curiosity. Quick glances followed by returns show awareness and interest. Eyes that avoid and never return suggest emotional distance. Blink rate often increases when excitement is present. Pupils naturally widen when someone feels drawn in. These responses cannot be controlled in real time. Breathing changes as well. When a woman feels at ease, her breathing slows and deepens. Her shoulders drop. When tension appears, breathing becomes shallow, chest rises, and her body stiffens. If your presence causes relaxation, you're creating emotional safety. If tension increases, something feels off to her, even if she's being polite. Proximity matters more than words. A woman who feels connected naturally reduces physical space. She leans in. She stays within arm's reach. She doesn't rush to reclaim distance after movement. When space increases and barriers appear, crossed arms, bags placed between you, turning sideways, her body is protecting itself. Touch reveals comfort level clearly. Light, casual touches that happen naturally signal familiarity and ease. These touches often appear on the arm, shoulder, or during laughter. When touch disappears or feels stiff, emotional openness is limited. Forced touch from her side rarely happens. When it does happen organically, it means trust is present. Facial expressions offer fast information. Genuine smiles reach the eyes and relax the face. Polite smiles are brief and controlled. When a woman mirrors your expressions, rhythm, or tone, it shows alignment. Mirroring is subconscious. It happens when emotional connection is forming. Posture shifts show attraction and awareness. An exposed neck, relaxed spine, and open chest indicate comfort. Hair adjustments that are slow and unhurried often signal self-awareness and interest. Rapid fidgeting, clenched jaw, or tight lips point to anxiety or restraint. Timing matters. These signals appear consistently, not once. One sign alone means nothing. Patterns mean everything. When multiple signals align over time, her body is confirming what her words may not say yet. Men who understand this stop chasing verbal reassurance. They observe behavior. They respond instead of pushing. This creates balance. Women feel understood without having to explain themselves. That understanding increases attraction naturally. Pay attention to what her body does when you arrive and when you leave. That contrast tells you more than any message. The body does not negotiate, it reacts. When you learn to read that reaction, dating becomes clear, calm, and grounded. 2. Space tells truth. Physical space is one of the clearest indicators of a woman's emotional state. There is no ambiguity here. Distance equals information. When a woman feels drawn to you, her body naturally reduces space without effort. When she feels uncertain, guarded, or disengaged, space increases automatically. A woman who is comfortable will stay close even when there is no reason to. She doesn't rush to step back after a laugh. She doesn't reposition herself away from you. She remains within your personal radius because her nervous system feels stable around you. This is not accidental. It is instinctive. When interest is present, movement favors closeness. She may shift her chair nearer. She may angle her body so her knees or feet point towards you. In standing situations, she doesn't drift away. She stays. If she steps back and does not return, that is a signal. No explanation is needed. Barriers are defensive tools. A purse placed on the lap, a drink held tight against the chest, crossed arms that stay locked. These are not habits in the moment. They are protection responses. When those barriers drop over time, comfort is growing. When they stay or increase, emotional access is limited. Space also reveals how a woman feels about time with you. When she feels connected, she moves slowly. She doesn't rush gestures. She doesn't fidget toward exits. Her body settles. When interest fades, movement becomes restless. Weight shifts frequently. Feet point toward the door. Her torso turns away even while her head stays engaged. Pay attention to what happens when others enter the space. If she leans closer to you when distractions appear, she's anchoring to your presence. If she uses interruptions as an excuse to create distance, her attention is already elsewhere. Proximity during silence is one of the strongest indicators. Comfortable silence with maintained closeness signals emotional alignment. Silence paired with increased distance signals discomfort. Women who feel safe do not need constant noise to fill the space. Walking behavior matters. If she matches your pace without effort, there is rapport. If she lags behind or walks ahead consistently, alignment is missing. Matching pace is subconscious coordination. Seating choices matter. When options are available, a woman who chooses the seat next to you over across from you is signaling comfort. Sitting directly opposite creates formality and distance. Angled seating invites connection. Men get clarity by watching space patterns over time, not one moment. Repetition. When closeness is consistent, interest is real. When distance remains or grows, words lose value. Responding correctly is critical. When she reduces space, remain calm and grounded. Do not rush forward. Let closeness be mutual. When she increases space, respect it immediately. This shows emotional intelligence. Respecting space increases trust faster than trying to close it. Space does not lie. It reveals comfort, attraction, and boundaries without discussion. When you read it accurately, you stop guessing. You stop misreading friendliness as interest. You stop pushing where there is resistance. Watch the distance. It tells the truth every time. 3. Eye control eyes give away emotional direction fast. A woman's eyes move before her mind organizes words. When attraction or curiosity is present, her eyes behave in specific, repeatable ways. Sustained eye contact that feels relaxed signals comfort. This kind of eye contact does not feel intense or forced. It feels steady. When she holds your gaze without rushing to break it, her nervous system is calm around you. When she breaks eye contact and returns to it naturally, interest is active. The return matters more than the break. Avoidance tells a different story. Eyes that drop and do not return show disengagement or discomfort. Looking around the room repeatedly means her attention is split. Glancing at phones, doors, or other people while you're speaking shows low emotional investment in the moment. Pupil response is automatic. Pupils widen when a woman feels stimulated, emotionally or mentally. This happens in good lighting and relaxed settings. It cannot be faked. Narrow pupils signal tension, stress, or lack of interest. Blink rate changes with emotion. Faster blinking often appears during excitement or nervous attraction. Slow blinking combined with steady gaze shows deep comfort. Very slow blinking paired with distance can also signal boredom. Context matters. Watch where her eyes go when you stop talking. If her eyes stay on you during pauses, she is engaged. If they immediately drift away, connection is weak. Silence exposes real focus. Eye scanning patterns reveal intent. When attraction is present, her eyes will briefly scan your face. This happens unconsciously. When there is no interest, eyes stay neutral or disengaged. There is no scanning. Eye contact during laughter is revealing. If she looks at you while laughing, you are the emotional reference point. If she laughs and looks away or down, the laughter may be polite rather than connected. Eye behavior also changes when touch is involved. When comfort is present, eye contact often increases during light touch. When discomfort exists, eyes dart away or freeze. Men gain control by not forcing eye contact. Holding eye contact too long when it is not returned creates pressure. Breaking eye contact calmly when she looks away shows social awareness. Matching her rhythm keeps things balanced. Eye contact should feel mutual, not tested. When she increases eye contact over time, trust is growing. When it decreases, something has shifted. Observe how her eyes behave at the start versus later in the interaction. Changes matter more than first impressions. Eyes warm up when comfort grows. They cool down when interest fades. Eyes do not negotiate, they react. When you read eye behavior accurately, you no longer misinterpret politeness as attraction or shyness as disinterest. You respond to what's real. This awareness sharpens your timing. You speak when attention is present. You pause when it isn't. That alone increases impact. 4. Touch signals. Touch is never random. When a woman touches, allows touch, or withdraws from touch, her nervous system is giving you a clear answer. This is one of the fastest ways emotional comfort is revealed. When a woman feels at ease, light touch appears naturally. It is brief and casual. A tap on the arm during laughter, a gentle push when teasing, a hand resting for a second longer than necessary. These touches are not planned. They happen in moments where emotion spikes. Laughter, surprise, shared excitement. Frequency matters more than intensity. Repeated light touches show familiarity and trust. One isolated touch means little. A pattern means something real is forming. When a woman is comfortable being touched, her body responds by staying relaxed. Muscles remain loose. She does not flinch. She does not pull away quickly. She does not stiffen her shoulders or freeze her hands. Relaxation is the signal. Withdrawal is just as clear. When touch causes stiffness, leaning away, or immediate repositioning, comfort is not present. Even if she smiles or continues talking, her body has already answered. Initiation tells you timing. When she initiates touch, trust is active. When she does not initiate but comfortably receives, trust is growing. When touch is avoided entirely, emotional access is limited. Location matters. Casual touch appears first on socially safe areas: arms, shoulders, upper back. These areas act as testing zones. As comfort increases, touch duration may extend slightly. Rushing past these zones creates resistance. Touch during movement reveals alignment. Walking side by side, brief arm contact that isn't avoided signals ease. If she adjusts her position to avoid contact, she is setting a boundary. Touch paired with eye contact is a strong indicator. When touch happens and eye contact increases, emotional openness is present. When touch happens without eye contact or with avoidance, the touch may be polite or reflexive. Men make mistakes by forcing escalation or avoiding touch completely. Both signal poor awareness. The correct approach is responsiveness. When she initiates or reciprocates, remain calm. Do not increase intensity immediately. Let comfort lead. When she pulls away, stop. No commentary, no justification. Respecting withdrawal builds more trust than pushing through it. Pay attention to what happens after touch. Does she stay close? Does conversation flow? Does her body remain oriented toward you? Or does she create space? The aftermath tells the truth. Touch also reveals emotional timing. Early comfort with light touch does not mean readiness for more. It means trust at that level. Respecting that level strengthens attraction. Touch should feel natural, not strategic. When it feels timed or forced, her body reads it as pressure. When it feels organic, her body stays open. Understanding touch signals allows you to move with confidence without crossing lines. You stop guessing. You stop hesitating unnecessarily. You stop pushing when resistance is present. Touch is a conversation. When you listen instead of talk over it, everything becomes clearer. 5. Emotional mirroring. Emotional mirroring is one of the strongest indicators of connection. It happens when a woman subconsciously matches your emotional state, tone, rhythm, and energy. This is not imitation, it is alignment. When emotional mirroring appears, conversations feel smooth, pauses match, laughter lands at the same time, speech patterns sync up. This happens without effort. When mirroring is present, her nervous system recognizes yours as familiar. Tone matching is the first sign. If you speak calmly and she responds in the same emotional register, rapport is forming. If your energy rises and hers follows naturally, interest is active. When her tone stays flat or mismatched, emotional alignment is low. Posture mirroring follows. She shifts when you shift. She leans when you lean. She relaxes when you relax. These movements are subtle. They happen seconds later, not instantly. Delayed mirroring signals comfort. Immediate mirroring can be politeness. Facial expression mirroring is another indicator. When you smile and her face softens in response, there is emotional connection. When your expressions are not returned, she may be engaged intellectually, but not emotionally. Rhythm matters. People who feel connected move at a similar pace. Speaking speed, gestures, and pauses line up. When rhythms clash, the interaction feels forced. When rhythms align, it feels easy. Mirroring also appears in emotional responses. If you share something light and she reacts with warmth, connection grows. If you share something meaningful and she responds with curiosity or empathy, trust is building. When responses feel detached or delayed, emotional investment is limited. Disruption of mirroring signals change. When mirroring fades during an interaction, something shifted. Maybe discomfort, distraction, or loss of interest. This is valuable information. Adjust instead of pushing forward. Men gain strength by staying grounded in their own emotional state. Calm presence invites mirroring. Erratic energy creates instability. When you are steady, her body and emotions have something to sync with. Mirroring cannot be forced. Attempting to copy her movements or speech feels artificial and is often detected. True mirroring happens naturally when both nervous systems feel safe. Watch for mirroring during shared laughter. If laughter timing matches, emotional resonance is present. If laughter feels out of sync, connection is surface level. Mirroring during silence is powerful. Comfortable shared silence with matching posture and breath signals deep ease. Silence with mismatched tension signals distance. Men who understand mirroring stop overperforming. They stop filling every pause. They let alignment build. This creates emotional gravity. Mirroring also explains why chemistry can rise or fall quickly. When alignment locks in, attraction feels effortless. When it breaks, tension appears. The goal is awareness, not control. When mirroring increases, stay present. When it decreases, slow down. Let connection lead. Emotional mirroring shows whether a woman feels in sync with you. When it's there, things flow. When it's not, forcing momentum creates resistance. 6. Body opens or closes. A woman's body constantly answers one question. Does she feel safe and engaged, or does she feel guarded? The answer shows up through openness or closure. These signals are immediate and consistent. An open body signals comfort. Shoulders relaxed, arms uncrossed, palms visible, torso facing you, neck exposed naturally. These positions happen when her nervous system is calm. She is not thinking about how she looks. She is present. Closed body language signals protection, arms crossed tightly, hands hidden, chin pulled down, torso angled away, shoulders raised. These positions appear when she feels uncertain, pressured, or emotionally distant. Openness increases gradually. A woman rarely starts fully open. As comfort builds, posture loosens, movements slow, gestures widen. If openness increases over time, trust is forming. If it decreases, something has triggered withdrawal. Watch the hands. Relaxed hands with fluid movement signal ease. Clenched fists, tight grips on objects, or hands locked together signal tension. Hands reveal stress faster than words. Neck exposure is significant. When a woman tilts her head or exposes her neck naturally, comfort is present. When the chin stays down and neck stays protected, guard is up. Breath and posture are linked. Deep, steady breathing aligns with openness. Shallow breathing aligns with closure. When her breath slows around you, her body feels safe. Micro adjustments matter. Leaning in, removing barriers, or repositioning closer signals openness. Creating barriers, leaning away, or turning sideways signals closure. Men misread openness when they rush. Openness invites presence, not pressure. Staying calm keeps the body open. Pushing forward closes it. When closure appears, do not challenge it. Do not ask for explanations. Adjust your energy. Slow down. Give space. Respecting closure builds more trust than questioning it. Watch for contrast. How open is she with others compared to you? If her body opens more around you, connection is real. If it closes only around you, something is off. Body openness is tied to emotional honesty. When the body opens, feelings can follow. When the body closes, words may still flow, but depth is limited. Men who read this correctly stop misinterpreting friendliness as intimacy. They also stop missing genuine interest. The body tells you exactly where you stand. Openness is an invitation to remain present. Closure is a signal to step back. Simple, clear. 7. Love expression. Women express love and attachment through behavior long before they label it. These expressions are practical, observable, and consistent. Time is the first signal. When a woman prioritizes time with you, she is emotionally invested. She makes space in her schedule. She stays longer than planned. She does not rush exits. Time is valuable. Where she places it shows what matters. Attention follows time. When she listens fully, remembers details, and brings up past conversations, emotional attachment is forming. This attention is focused. It is not distracted. It is not half present. Support is another expression. She checks in. She asks how things went. She offers encouragement. These actions show care without dramatic gestures. They are steady, not loud. Consistency matters more than intensity. Occasional excitement means little. Repeated reliability means attachment. When behavior stays stable over time, feelings are real. Emotional availability shows through openness. She shares thoughts, reactions, and personal experiences gradually. Oversharing early can be anxiety. Gradual sharing signals trust. Protective behavior appears as well. She becomes aware of your comfort. She adjusts plans to suit you. She avoids situations that create tension between you. This is attachment in action. Affection increases naturally. Physical closeness feels easy. Touch becomes familiar. Proximity feels normal, not staged. Language shifts subtly. She uses inclusive phrasing. She references shared moments. She speaks in terms of continuity. Respect shows through boundaries. She does not test you emotionally. She communicates clearly. She avoids unnecessary conflict. Men get clarity by watching patterns. One gesture means nothing. Repeated behavior means everything. Responding correctly strengthens connection. When she invests, acknowledge it calmly. When she pulls back, do not chase. Balance maintains attraction. Love expression is not dramatic. It is consistent presence, care, and alignment. Understanding this keeps you grounded. You respond to reality, not hope. This awareness changes everything. Women show truth through behavior long before they explain it with words. Body language, proximity, eye movement, touch, emotional rhythm, and consistency reveal comfort, attraction, and attachment clearly. When you pay attention to these patterns, confusion disappears. You stop chasing mixed signals and start responding with confidence and timing. This awareness keeps you grounded and emotionally steady. Women feel that stability. Connection grows when you respect what the body communicates and move in alignment with it. Read behavior, trust patterns, and let clarity guide your actions.